All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is Lionsgate. Wow! Right? Mountain lion, baby. 2026. I'm not going to do a big, I've been talking about it for a while. Wheat from chaff. Got it. That's it. All the other surrounding energies, the Chiron retrograde in Taurus blending with this a little bit. It even blends with it when it backs up into Aries. I'm not going to do a big spiel. We're just going to do this. We're just going to do a reading. Okay? We're going to see where Lionsgate takes us. I just want you to know before we get started with this, they're in the energies of right now. You need to decide about people, situations, and whatever. Are they worthy to be around you? And I want you to think of yourself on that kind of level. I don't want you to think you're better than other people. That's not right. We're all equal. But you have been coming up as the Empress an absorbent amount of times. All right? And everybody wants to bang the Empress, but not everybody gets to. And the Empress needs to remember that. And it applies to situations. It applies to whatever. Everything in your, it applies to where you live. Is this place worthy of me? Why am I here? Right? You're living in a garbage can. Why are you in a garbage can? Are you Oscar? Are you? I don't think so. So consider that. So this energy will help you. This Lionsgate energy will help you separate wheat from chaff effortlessly. It'll do it for you. Once you decide something's not worthy, out it goes. Now, let's cut the deck. Let's get a theme energy here. Lionsgate 2026. No big, long speeches about it. We've been building to it. I wrote about it in my August 2026 write-up. Look at that. Cutting things out. What does she do? Right? It's the Queen of Swords. Cutting things out. I think most of you are doing more chopping than accepting. More cutting than accepting. I think you got a baseball team with 27 players and you need to cut that sucker down. All right, I think it's time to, we got too many people here. I don't need 6 of you in right field. All right, I don't. At the end of the story here, at the end of the day, that's your theme energy. Queen of Swords. Let's just see what's under it just for fun. Judgment. Come on. Why am I your fucking second? Why am I anything? Why am I even your 1.5 favorite? You saw what happened here. There's no card tricks. I'm not Penn or Teller. I'm terrible with the cards. The cards are just for you. That's fucking mind-blowing. Okay? This is what it's all about. Somebody attached to you is afraid you're going to do this to them. Is afraid you're going to judge them and then send them packing. All right? You have somebody, I'm telling you right now, there is one energy here. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if it's here. I don't know what it is. Right? Yeah, you're making your life better. Somebody who walked away. And there they are right there. They fucked up. 8 swords. I mean, I got to dig a little because this is really a lot about you. My God. Somebody's really, really, really messed up that you're going to judge them and cut them. I mean, terrified. Pissing themselves. Right? Oh. All right, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. First card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? As if we don't fucking know. Right, here you go. Look at you. It's all about you. Victory after a long battle, transformation. It's almost like you say to people, hey, my life's getting better. You're getting not better. You got to go. I mean, it's just a bit of that. Energies tend to disappear in energies like this. Don't be surprised if your circle of friends changes. You don't really notice it. It happens. It doesn't necessarily happen quickly, but it does evolve. So like 6 months from now, you might look back and go, oh my God, I do have a completely different circle. What is going on? You might be surprised by the circles you're mixing in, even. You should, and I say that because you should be upgrading. All right? You're coming up as the Empress quite a bit. We're talking about you cutting things that no longer suit you, that don't work, that are shit, that don't fit with who you are right now, that you don't think are worthy to be around you. Are you a little judgy? Not really. You're acting in enlightened self-interest. You're being creatively selfish. I could phrase it either way. Creatively selfish is a way of being selfish without hurting other people, You're doing what's right for you. You should never feel guilty about that. Right? And Empress energy has a problem with that. So let's see where we go. Why the fuck are we here? Card before the cut. Let's do it. Yeah, somebody's coming. The love geese are in the air. Soulmates incoming. I'm going to give you the advice I often give you here. Right? This is multiple energies. I mean, there is the one. We'll pull on that. But probably your runner. Probably the person you want to watch a tarot reading about, to be honest with you. If you're going to get it, this is probably the reading that the universe will give it to you. It's not going to bring you some cousin that might want to have lunch with you sometime and you're like, no, it's not going to bring you any tertiary connections here. But I'm telling you, you got a lot of energies coming towards you. All right, let everything in. If it's a separating the wheat from chaff energy, you let everything in. You don't want to accidentally keep something good out. You want to build filtration systems, not walls. You understand? It's a bit of that. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's cut the deck. Woo! See, what did I say? Let them in first, right? It's a filtration. It's not a wall, right? Come on, why am I your 1.5 favorite? It's not a wall, but it's a filtration system. It stops some things, but lets other things through. Oh, man. The universe is on my side today. I like that. I'll tell you what. Okay, after the cut, Page of Swords, I told you. There's one energy. This is why we're here. I gave you the big overlaying message on the lovers, but I said there's one reason. There's probably a runner. It's probably the person you want to watch tarot readings about. Yeah, they still think about you for that person who thinks, oh, it's been too long. Right. Okay. Right. Well, you're here. Right. I mean, they still think about you. There's no time in soul connections. They're eternal. All right. So there isn't, passage of 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30. It doesn't matter. Right. The connection is still there. My point is, this is somebody here who's afraid you're going to judge them, and you're going to judge them harshly, right? They want to be seen as a great horned owl, or a Eurasian eagle owl, right? That's what they want to be seen as. That's a barn owl. Okay, right? You can go to any street corner on a city street. You usually see them hunting if you look up at the lights at night. This person, my point is, this person doesn't want you to think they're average. They don't want you to think they're common. Right? They want you to see them as something special because they see you as something special. I think you do see them as something special. It's one of those things where I talk about worry energy sometimes. I'll shuffle for the reading. Remember that barn owl? I'll shuffle for the reading, but I talk about worry sometimes. And a lot of times we get ourselves into a mess with it. Because just the fact that we're worrying is causing us to have something to worry about. Right? This person is in that situation. They're worrying so much. They really don't have anything to worry about. If they were cool and laid back and came in and just showed you who they were honestly, you'd probably judge them fine. But because they're so worried and overthinking, 8 of Swords, paranoid, we saw the 8 of Swords, I showed it to you, they end up creating something for them to actually be worried about when they had nothing to worry about in the first place. See what I'm saying? Is what it is. All right, let's go. It's the hypochondriac equivalent of in love. Let's do a reading. All right, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. The strongest energy. When is Lionsgate stretching? Lionsgate starts, the energy starts to bleed in. Okay? It's not a fucking portal that opens on just the 8th and a unicorn fucking a horse flies out. It's not any of that. We don't need any of that here. We talk about reality and science, and we throw in some of the spiritual, of course, and I'll let you take it however you want to take it. But from my experience, there is something here. I don't know what it is, but it's an overlaying cycle that comes around every year. It moves a little bit each year, but generally the 8th is down the center of it. It peaks around the 8th. This year it peaks around the 10th, I think. Your 1.5 favorites. It starts around the 6th or so. Okay? Around Thursday starts to bleed in a little bit. It's kind of here. The edges of it are here. And it stretches till about the 20th, 21st at the long end. All right? There you go. You can look at it however you want. If it needs to be, obviously, do whatever you want to do. If it needs to be a magical portal for you, when that opens and then closes, and oh my God, that's fine. Knock yourself out. But that's not what's happening. That's not actually what's going on. There is an energy that tends to come around. I think it's a short cycle. It's a short cycle that comes around on one Earth year, and give or take. And I think the same thing about the 10-10, the 11-11, and the 12-12 portals, which is why I pull on those. Okay? I think they're just short cycles of energy. You get all kinds of cycles around you. Sometimes they could be as short as 20 seconds. But generally speaking, a short cycle of energy is a few days. You see it in your astrology a lot, a short cycle, a few days of something or whatever. The moon moving through the signs are short cycles of energy, right? It's in each sign for about 2.5 days. So it's in that, it's a short cycle of energy. The moon is in this, the moon is in that, okay? All right, anyway, enough energy lessons, 101. The overall energy of everything we're going to pull on the table is the Hanged Man and a Page of Pentacles. Somebody has a great fear of the unknown. They've run too many scenarios through their head. Somebody coming towards you has run too many scenarios through their head. All right? That's it. They think, again, it comes up here. They think their idea is you're going to see them as small, no matter what they do. And they're doing it to themselves. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you're probably getting this reading so you don't see them that way. Okay? Be cool. You be cool. Look, I need two people to be cool here. I need people coming at you to be cool, and I need you to be cool. But if the other people aren't going to be cool, don't you not be cool with them, right? We need at least one to try to have any hope here, all right? So you're getting this reading so you know in advance. Nobody's worried you're going to judge them and then cut them out. You think I'm small, you think I'm this. They may even come in with a conversation like that, whoever this is. They might show up, right, and start rattling off, well, I know what you think of me, you know, and they're wrong. They're probably wrong. And frankly, even if they're right, it's not a good way to start a conversation, right? It's confrontational. Right? I know what you think of me. You know, you think I'm an asshole. Right? Well, your response at that point is, well, yeah. And you're proving it to me right now by how you're starting the conversation. You know? Right here. Here's your connection with this person. Here's the 3D energies around this person. Here's their soul. Here's the message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards on the table at the end, and you bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this. It's a fucking Lionsgate reading, right? I mean, come on. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Energy around your connection with whoever this is. What did I say? It's confusion, and it's somebody's fault. It's minor arcana. It's not major arcana, fear, the moon card, or any of this stuff. It's somebody's fault. They're confused because they've overthought it. They've thought so many things. They've run it through their head. They got so many ideas about what's going to happen and what's this and what's that. This person was really, really fucked up. Whoever this one person is that's attached to you, it's a very strong connection. All right. Your overall energy is major arcana, so God, source, the universe is watching. All right. 3D energy around this person. What's going on in their life? We'll get more when we clarify, but yeah, that backs up everything I said about this, right? And that, and all that. Knight of Swords. All over their life right now. This is the problem. The DF side, I say this all the time, and I know it offends any. If you're an enlightened DM and you're here, you're an enlightened DM. I put that there, okay? I add that to it. So keep in mind the word enlightened. But I'm just going to say as a general statement, because since most of you here are on the DF side of this particular connection, that's why you're coming up as Empress all over the damn place. I think the DF side handles this, all the energies of August and the Lionsgate swirl. I think it handles it very well. I think you're fine with it. I think on this side, I've got somebody on the DM side. I've got somebody on the non-enlightened DM side. I've got somebody willy-nilly saying shit they can't take back all over the place. Burning bridges all over town. Okay? And somebody's likely, I'm going to tell you right now, this is read with your final outcome. Based on the energy that's here, someone's likely to say something. And I acted it out for you just a little bit, right? Somebody's likely to say something that they can't take back. Know that in advance. You're getting the reason why. Okay? So don't turn around and stab them with it. Okay? If they say, I know you think I'm an asshole. I know you do. You say, well, not necessarily. Why don't we, Again, somebody's got to be cool. One side has to. If you come back at them with, well, you're showing me you are now, so why don't you fucking get lost? We're not going to accomplish anything here. Okay? So you're going to have to be cool. They're not. They're burning bridges all over town. They'll be lucky if they can get food in a restaurant in their local town that's not spitting at this fucking point. All right. Their soul energy is here. Bookends the 7 cups. 4 of wands. Yeah. They want your souls. How do I say this? I will say your souls want to be together here in the 3D. Okay? It's just This person doesn't know how to get it. And you're going to have to play chess with this person. Okay? I think you do know how to make this happen, this happy new beginning. I think you know what to say. This person has no idea. They're just going to birdshot it. Birdshot is a shotgun shell with a bunch of BBs in it, right? They just spray all over the place. Message from the universe. Red for you, of course. Red with the 7 of Cups. Oh, yeah, the High Priestess. There you are again, the wise one, the whatever. You need to look for the subtext. Listen to what, I've told you this before, it's what this person isn't saying that matters. All right? Or, on the flip side of that, it's cousin. Someone's adding. It's the stuff that they add that they didn't have to add that matters. You're just going to have to read between the lines here. There's something going, there's something more. You feel, even if this person shows up and pisses you off, I think you're getting this reading so that you see so that you allow yourself, you're in the energy where you can feel that there's something more to this connection. This is a very deep connection. It's probably High Priest and High Priestess, with you showing up as the High Priestess here. What's your final outcome? It's red with this. Remember I said this person's burning bridges all over town. You're one of them. Why would they burn your bridge? Probably because they're, what I said in the very beginning, they're afraid you're going to judge them and then cut them out. And this person doesn't want you to see them as average or the little barn owl or anything like that. No, this person wants to show you who they are. I think they just have a warped idea of how to do that. All right, here we go. It's fine. I mean, if it were easy, if they were perfect, you guys would be together, right? Yeah, look at that. I did not know that was there. That is the perfect card I could pull. Why? Because that's the Great Horned Owl. That's who you are. You're the King of Swords. Male or female, it doesn't matter. I said when I pulled the barn owl after the cut, I said this person doesn't want you to see them as a common old barn owl. They want you to see them as a great horned owl or a Eurasian eagle owl. I said that. That's the great horned owl right there. This person is trying to show you that they're like you. And in the process of trying, emphasis, air quotes, right? Annoying air quotes, trying to show you that they're like you, they're proving that they're not. Don't stab them with it. Put your sword down. This is the sword of peace in this particular case, right? You see what I'm saying? You follow? Do what you want to do. I don't care. But we do this all the time. This is human nature. It's really strong on the DM side. In the process of showing you all the things they fancy themselves, they prove they don't know how to do any of it, and they prove that they're not any of it, right? This is the type of energy where it does all the stuff I tell you that you shouldn't do. Things you don't need to tell people. And it's a red flag when you do. I'm smart. You don't need to tell people that. Let people notice that. That's something somebody should notice. I'm funny. You don't need to tell people that. That's something somebody should notice. All of these are red flags. All of these are barn owls trying to prove that they're great horned owls. They show up, are the great horned owl. Keep your mouth shut. Stay silent. Listen to what they say. You're going to need to get the subtext here. All right? Let's see where we go. All right. Come on now. Even the overall energy is silent. As it pertains to you, as it attaches to you. Bottom of the deck randomly are the witches that we're going to clarify with 4 wands. It's right there. What did I say? Did I or did I not say? I know I'm your 1.5 favorite, or your 2.5 now. It's probably bumped up. I said your souls want to be together here in the 3D. And only one of you is the great horned owl. So only one of you can make that happen. This person will burn a bridge. Trust me. All right, let's go. Let's talk about 7 cups. Let's do it. The energy of your connection. I love it. I like readings like this. Smooth, easy to read energy, straight up. I talk about barn owl versus great horned owl. I get both. I get you in the final outcome as the fucking great horned owl. I mean, come on. Honestly. All right, all right, here we go. We done. Yeah. 3 of cups. Somebody's coming. The one thing they do know is they have feelings for you. All right? Those feelings are there. They don't quite know how to deal with it, but that's the one thing they know. What's on top? 9 of wands. Well, remember when I was cutting the cards, the 9 of wands came out backwards, right? Fell out. I said, don't put up a wall, put up a filter with everything coming towards you. Well, why is that here in this case? Yeah, there's the moon. There's our fear. Right? Somebody's afraid you're going to see that they're the barn owl, and in the process of being afraid, you're going to see that they're the barn owl as they try to impress you. You will see that they're a barn owl. You follow? They will only prove, all this will prove to do for you, most of the interactions coming your way will only prove to show you what a great fucking owl you are. Okay? I mean, we got fear here, and look at this. These are red with the high priestess. The next card out is the high priestess, is the bridging energy. Somebody's going, you're the shit. This person is so fucking scared that you're going to judge them as the barn owl instead of on your level. That they're going to prove to you that they're not on your level. It's fine. Just notice it. Make note of it. Don't stab them with it. Now let's talk to the bridge burner. We'll get more when we clarify here. It's nice that these two matched because they're red together. It's interesting. All right. But this is somebody trying to show you, again, that they're like you. It's the same thing. Oh, I'm a high priestess too. Are you? Okay. That's fine. All right. Here we go. Two of Pentacles. Tongue-tied, frustrated, aggravated, confused, holding on to energy too long, outbursts, prone to outbursts. I'm just riffing on the energy. This, what I've been talking about, is what happens when we overthink things, when we hold on to things too long. Too much heat builds up. We can't hold it anymore. What happens when something's too hot? You drop it, right? They're dropping it. They're dropping hot potatoes all over fucking town, all right? All kinds of things. I can't take it anymore. Okay, what's on top? The Eight of Cups. Burning bridges all over town. I mean, come on. Why is that here? The King of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's burning bridges all over town. You want proof? That's the next card. It's the Five of Wands. Look at the fire coming out of his mouth, right? Burning bridges all over town. Where there was stability, they just walk away from it. They get good food at a restaurant, they tell them it sucked. Right? Just so they can appear like the big man. This person, whoever this person is, they got a big ego. They don't want to be seen as the barn owl. They don't want to be it. God forbid a screech owl, which is half the size. You know, tiny little guy, right? They don't want to be seen as that. We can go down to the pygmy owl if you want. I mean, you know, we could. All right. Tell me about the Four of Wands. What do we get? I like those little burrowing owls. They dig holes in the ground. I like those guys. All right. They're the meerkats of owls. All right. Here we go. Four of Wands. Why is that here? Tell me about it. Yeah, they're just, look, there's no need to argue here. This person, there's nothing. There's nothing but stability and potential stability with two Four of Wands. Remember, I showed you the Four of Wands that was here. There's no need. This person here just does it by what they say. It's fine. I think this is nice. I think this is an important connection to you, whoever this is. The Chariot. Yeah. That's what I said. Both of your souls. This is the card that represents this soulmate cycle for me. It's Cancerian energy. This is a Cancerian themed soulmate cycle. Both of your souls want to be together. You want to ride together. You want to sit next to each other on the soulmate journey bus. Your souls do, right? On the soulmate journey bus or train, you want to sit next to each other. Right, absolutely. Somebody's determined to make this happen. And another person is determined to fuck it up. It seems that way anyway. What's on top? The Queen of Cups. Why is that here? The Eight of Swords. What did I say? Somebody's determined to make that happen. You two together, and somebody's determined to fuck it up. Somebody's overthought it. And they're leaving themselves with an empty cup. Again, it just comes up the same way. I need the bridging energy. Two soulmates coming together. Two soulmates coming together, but one of them feels, and it's not you, one of them feels shafted, jaded, judged, misunderstood. Okay? That's just the way it is. But what's like I said, I don't know why I'm your 4.5 favorite, but I said, even with the two Four of Wands, I've got a bridging energy here of the Two of Cups, right? You both want to be together, and somebody's just doing it the right way, Queen of Cups, and somebody's doing it the wrong way, Eight of Swords. It's written in the stars, I could say, that you guys are supposed to be together. This is a connection you're supposed to be with, that they're supposed to be in your life. But I think they have an inferiority complex on some level. I mean, they do. I think they have an inferiority complex. I think they have issues. They have bad core programming. There's a lot of psychology here. That, I mean, and there always is with people that tell you things they don't have to tell you. If somebody spends a lot of time telling you how smart they are or how good looking they are. I don't know. They're trying to change your opinion of them. It's like when Hollywood tries to change a paradigm. You know, we call it in our house Laura Diamonding, right? We're getting Laura Diamond, right? That's what we call it here. I mean, my wife's friends, and I made it up, and they sort of adopted it. It comes from a TV show. They used to have this show on. It had the lady. It was like a cop show when they had the lady from Will and Grace, right? And she was on the show. Her character's name was Laura Diamond on that show. Every episode, they went out of there. I mean, it was like written into every page of the script. Somebody had to tell her how pretty she was, how good she looked, how this, that, and the other. I mean, if this were real, this woman would come across to me as so fucking needy that I would suggest she get therapy. What Hollywood's trying to do there is it gets a bad rap for only skinny people get work kind of a thing. So anytime they get somebody with any chunk to them, they spend half the show trying to convince us that they're gorgeous and this is the new paradigm, this is the new pretty, this is the new that. It's fine. They just overdo it. They Laura Diamond us, right? That's our phrase here. This person is Laura Diamonding themselves. To you, it becomes an eye roll at some point. There's a point where you believe it. Oh, that character says, yeah, she is kind of hot. But when it's in every scene, you start to not believe it. It starts to become, well, I don't know, they're trying awful hard to convince me of something. Why? I don't know. Maybe they were doing it for her. Maybe she's insecure. I don't know, but all kinds of shows do that sort of thing. It's called Laura Diamonding here. But this person is Laura Diamonding themselves. It's too much. They're trying too hard to show you they're not a barn owl. You might have believed it if they just, came in and behaved properly, but you start to not believe it after a while. It starts to become an eye roll. All right? So, again, understand that. Understand what's going on. And that way you're in a position of power. You're not being controlled. You decide what you think of somebody, how you feel about somebody. Don't decide how you think or feel about somebody because this person, in this case, this person here, is Laura Diamonding themselves and somehow brainwashing you that they're funny and they're great and they're a great horned owl just like you. Not necessarily. It's not necessarily true. And even if it is true, an overdoing of it, you just don't care anymore. So, again, keep your mouth shut. I tell you a lot, do not engage. This person definitely going to do some Laura Diamonding. No doubt about that. King of Cups, crossing it. What did I say? Control yourself. There's a lot you got to say here too. Oh, there's a lot you'd like to say. But control yourself a little bit. All right? What's on top? Six of Pentacles. There's a lot you'd like to say here too. That's red with 9 wands. You need to zip your... Why is that here? Yep. Judgment. Judgment. And a tower. All right? Listen to me. I said it in the beginning. This person, I'm just going to paraphrase this. It's a message from the fickle old gal to you. This person is afraid that you're going to judge them. Okay? Barn owls aside. Well, however you judge, they're afraid you're going to judge them. Don't judge them. If you judge them, I think you lose an opportunity here. You lose a chance to see who this person really is. Okay? So, if they're going to Laura Diamond themselves and convince you that they're a barn owl or a great horned owl just like you, just go ahead and believe it. Okay? Maybe it'll stop. And the energy suggests that if you believe them, even though you don't really believe them, if you believe them, they'll stop Laura Diamonding enough for you to get to see who they really are. Okay? All right. All right, let's go. Just like on that TV show, if they'd have stopped Laura Diamonding us, we would have probably wanted the show back for a second season. At the end of the day, it wasn't about the case anymore. She show up to a crime scene. Look at her. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Fuck off. I don't even know what the story's about at this point. End of story. My God, I'll take a screen grab of her. All right, what the hell? All right, King of Swords. Why is it here? When I don't remember the name of the show, but I remember the character. All right, that should tell you you went a little overboard. All right, here we go. This person's going to go a little overboard. I'm telling you right now, King of Swords, why I sit here. Oh, man. Here we go. Temperance. It's what I just said. I read the energy first, then I throw the cards. You know that. This person, you know damn well, you are protected by the truth. You're not going to get any truth out of this person until you believe their lie. You understand what I'm saying? I hope so. What's on top? 8 of Wands. It's chit-chat. They're chatting. They're going to talk to you. They want to talk to you. And they want to tell you about why they walked away. But first, they got to convince you that first, they got a problem. They got to, 10 of Wands. They got to convince you that it's everything I already said. They got to convince you that they're the great horned owl. So just fucking believe them, okay? Please. It's for the greater good. The universe is like, it's okay. Just don't call them on their shit. I tell you all the time. Justice. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right? This ends well. You are the cool one. This is read with the 5 of Wands. Right? All that fire breathing, burning bridges all over town that they're doing. You calm things down. Sometimes for the greater good, you know somebody's lying, but you don't call them on it because later you'll find out more about them and then you can make a wiser decision about this. I'm going to pull final message from the universe. I'm going to find out. Not everybody goes to the extended. I appreciate that. It's fine. If you want it, it's there. It's cool. I'm going to pull 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card, but rather than just say, what else you want to tell my people? Okay? I'm going to say, why is this so important? Why is this? Because you get justice here in your bridging energy. I think it's dope. I think it's twofold. I think you find out you are the great horned owl. You get verification that you're pretty special on some level. And I think because of you have a lot of Empress energy around you, as of late, in recent readings, it doesn't go to your head. So let me pull those cards, and let's see here, okay? I don't think it'll go to your head or anything like that. I think, so on one side, it balances things for you. But I think this person's important to you. All right, let's see where we go. Why is this connection so damn important? Why is it so damn important? Tell me about it before we go pull some wicked voodoo, okay? And I'll pull more on this connection, obviously. I got Temperance. I got Queen of Cups. I got Wheel of Fortune. This is fucking massive. And I got a Death card read with a 6 of Pentacles. They wanted to come out together. So I'm just sort of taking them. At the bottom is a Death card, a 6 of Pentacles, crossing a Queen of Cups, the most love I could pull from the deck, followed by Temperance to the Wheel of Fortune. Somehow you and this person, the love is there, right? No, there's love. There's untapped love here. We have a Queen of Cups over here. On your side, I think you even feel, whoever this person is, that there's untapped love here. You're very hurt at some point that this person didn't love you the way you wanted them to. Whether they're a runner, an ex, somebody you were banging and they didn't bang you the way you wanted them to. It could come out that way. It could be. It's going to play out differently for all of you, right? It could be. I don't know. I thought they could have done better. That sideways thing was lame. Right? I don't know. It could be that. I'm just reading energy here. But for most of you, this is a high-level connection, and I think your fortunes are tied together. I think in some capacity, I don't like using the word luck because there's no such thing. It's just flowing with the energy, but we're going to use the word because everyone knows what it means. I think this person is lucky for you. I think when this person is in your life, you make more money, you get happier, you meet new people more. Even if you're not with this person, being okay with this person, having them in your energy field benefits you in some way, okay? In some way. I don't know. This can even be for some of you, because this is pretty powerful energy, and it is an energy right now that we're in that's bringing a lot of people back, okay? It's behaving, the whole rest of the year is behaving like a giant Mercury retrograde. So there's a lot of people coming back. This could be somebody you don't even know benefits you, that's coming back. Somebody from 4th grade or 5th grade, 6th grade, and they enter back with Facebook and all this social media shit. People come out of the woodwork all the time, right? And my father used to say when Facebook first came out, he used to say, these are people I was never supposed to cross paths with again. So it could be somebody from the distant past. In today's energy, it is possible. Right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. All right? Good luck.